Hey folks, Alex from XGR here, and today we're going to be looking at a game called Wingspan. Now, this is an indie game. It was developed by Monster Couch and published by Monster Couch. It came out very late last year, and yeah, it's essentially what it is it's a board game. It's based off the famous board game with the same name. And it's very unique. It's very artsy. I really like the art direction they took with this. But yes, it is a board game, so you take turns. You can play against the computer. You can play against other players. You can do couch co-op. It's essentially 1 to 5 players, and don't ask me how they get 5 players. I didn't think that you could even connect 5 controllers to your Switch. Maybe that's just online, but it's touted as a game for 1 to 5 players. So we're going to jump into this. I like to highlight some of these lesser known indie games. I feel like some of them go underappreciated. Some of them might not get the acknowledgement that they deserve. So I like to do this. I like to show you guys what this game is all about, and we're going to go from there. So this is Wingspan. You can already tell by the screen that is shown here. It's very artsy. The art direction is pretty good. So these are the modes here. So you have play, which lets you play a game either with a computer or a couch co-op friend. Preserve archive. That is basically videos of recent games that you... Because at the end of a game you get to choose to either save the archive or delete it. And essentially it's a video of the game that happened. Credits. I haven't clicked on it, but I'm assuming it's the credits for the developers. Online will let you play an online game of Wingspan. Birds. Now this is interesting. I'm actually going to go ahead and click into it. So essentially this is a list of all the birds I believe that you've played, but it could also be just the ones that you've drawn as well. I'm not entirely sure. But you can see that they're very nicely drawn. It'll show like the bird's wingspan. I'm assuming it's very it's accurate in probably an average of the wingspan of these birds. So let's click on one. Now you'll get a description of the bird as well. So to the left you'll see the card's abilities and stuff. But over here you get a description of what the bird is in real life. So this is the spotted towhee.
Spotted towhee. These birds forage by hopping backwards to uncover insects and seeds in the leaf litter.
Interesting. Okay, so it also shows where in the world you can find this bird. So this one looks like North and South America. The mallard is pretty much all over the world. You have a mourning dove in North America. Very fond of these birds. So basically this is this is a birdwatcher's wet dream. I'm not too into birds. I mean, I like them in the respect that you know, it's nature. It's beautiful, but I'm not a bird watcher. I'm not a bird enthusiast. I don't know why I decided to jump on this game, but I thought I'd give it a shot. So we're gonna go ahead and play a game. So we can make a custom game, Automa, which I have no idea what it is. Yeah, not too sure about that one. And then you have the tutorial, which walks you through the rules of the game. So we're gonna go ahead and create a custom game. So you can choose between a human, an AI easy, AI normal, or AI hard. And it looks like it's beta, so We're going to go ahead and choose easy because I'm not very good at this game. I'm going to be a brown owl. I believe that's brown. It could be red. I'm not sure. So we're going to change him to a yellow or green. I'm not entirely sure about that one either. He's going to be here. So, you know, we can add or remove different players from the game. I'm just going to play one-on-one with this guy. Now, over here we have the goal mat. So either you get one feather for the goals, or no, I'm not entirely sure what that is either. This is very new to me as well. So order, this would be like you take turns moving first, or the first player moves first every round. We're going to take turns. I'm going to just start this up. So I'll teach you guys how to play a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful art. It's all hand-drawn, nicely painted displays. So as you can see here, we have 4 rounds. So round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4. And in each round, we lose a turn. So as you can see here, in the first round we have 8 turns. In the second we have 7, the third we have 6, and the fourth we have 5. I believe you can adjust the number of turns you play, but I'm not entirely sure how to do that. It's very possible that you can't do that either. I'm not entirely sure. So to start your turn, you press A. Now at the onset of the game, we have up to 5 things that we can choose from between birds and food. So the feather value that you see there, on this one it says 5 and then a feather. And this one it says 4 and then a feather, 3, 7, 5. Okay. Now these feathers are basically going to be your score. So if you play a bird with a 5 feather, you will gain 5 feather points. That will factor into the end of the game. So we want to choose low costing. This one's a hunter. It's the Northern Harrier, and you can see their abilities here on the bottom half of the card. So this one looks at a card from the deck. If less than 75 centimeters, tuck it behind this bird. If not, discard it. I'm gonna take that one because his cast cost is just a mouse. So to cast a bird, you need to pay these food values. So the Northern Harrier, he would eat a mouse to fly onto the field. So we're gonna click the Northern Harrier and click the mouse. Next, we can cache cards, lay on each of your birds with a... So there's different nest types as well. So this one has a... I'm not entirely sure the names of the nests, but you can see the nest in the to the left of the card, below the feather value. This one has like 6 eggs or whatever, all gathered together. That means it's a ground nest. This one's a bowl to the right here. So we're gonna go ahead and choose. You know what? We're going to go ahead and choose him, and we're going to want to be able to summon him, so we'll choose that, and one more. Let's just choose a random one. Okay, so now you press X and you get this screen, so you get to choose 1 bonus card. So bonus cards will give you bonuses at the end of the game if you meet the requirement that's specified on the card. So this one's Historian. The bird's named after a person. So any bird with an apostrophe S in its name. And you'll see at the bottom it says 11% of cards in the deck will have this. Over here there's a much greater chance, but you need more things. So pastoral specialist, birds with wingspans 30 centimeters or less. So 4 to 5 birds, and these means birds that have been summoned. I'm gonna go ahead and choose historian. I've never played this card yet. So this is my hand, as you can see. I have these 3 cards. These are what I chose at the beginning of the game. Round 1 of 4. Now at the top of the screen, under the icon of my opponent, it's the top middle. You can't really see it too well because my my watermark is staying on it, but it will say I've chosen to keep a bird. Let's see. So I've chosen to keep a bird. Shows some food as well. So now let's go ahead and try to play these cards. And I am no expert at this game. I actually really suck. I don't know the strategy behind it, but I'm just going to try to teach you how to play it a little bit. Just the basics, the fundamentals. So we're going to want to play this guy. I really want to play this guy. So what we can do is on the top left of the card, you can see that it can only be played in the grassland or the wetland. So to switch from these locations, you can press the left or right bumper. So right now we're in the forest, now we're in the grassland, and right now we're in the wetlands. So in the forest, there are main functions to each location. So in the forest, you can gain food. In the grassland, you can lay eggs, and in the wetland, you can draw cards. So let's see. So I can summon this northern harrier either in the wetland or the grassland, and I think I'm going to choose the grassland simply because I want to be able to lay eggs. So you can score points by laying eggs as well. But let's see. If you press the minus button, you can pull up this, and this is the after round rewards. So bonus rewards at the end of the round. You press minus to bring up the screen, and then you can click on the right stick, and it'll specify what these are. So for the first round, you have to count the total number of birds with this specific nest type that have at least 1 egg. Each bird counts just once. Regardless of how many eggs it has. Star nests count toward this goal as well. So right now we have 1 bird in our hand that has that type of nest. Okay, so let's just summon this card into this location. You can see that it doesn't cost any eggs. So to also summon a bird, you need eggs typically. But the first slot in each location does not require any eggs to bring the bird there. So let's summon the northern harrier. So now we have to pay food to summon and we can change this if we want. We can change to grain or berries or a mouse. But this one requires a mouse. If we wanted to change it, we would require 2 of something different. But we're not going to do that right now because we want to keep as much food as we can. So we're going to choose the mouse.
Northern harrier. Northern harriers fly low over marshes and grasslands seeking prey.
Okay. So now we can lay 2 eggs if we go on here. Now this brown ability that says when activated, so basically those abilities only activate when you perform a task within the location that that bird is in. So if I lay 2 eggs right now, which I'm going to do, then I can activate this card's ability. So let's just lay 2 eggs. He's the only one we can lay eggs on right now because he's the only card we have active. So we're going to lay 2 eggs. I can take them off, or I can lay them. And then his ability activates, and I can draw a card. So this is the card I got. not really a card I'm looking for. I'm looking for currently cards with 75 centimeters or less. So I can't tuck this card behind my Northern Harrier. That's another way to score, is to tuck cards behind your played birds as well. Now this game is really confusing. It's so confusing that I'm having a hard time explaining how everything works. But I'm going to try my best here. So this guy, we're going to want to play this guy, but we don't have enough food to play him yet. So what we can do is we can gather food. Now we want the grains, because this guy takes 3 grains to play. So we're going to take the grain. Now the other guy's playing his turn. Now there's 5 turns left in the round. So we're going to want 1 more grain because we still don't have enough to play our acorn woodpecker. We're going to play it again. Now I'm probably going to lose this game simply because I don't know what I'm going for, but here, let's play this acorn woodpecker.
In a single dead tree, these birds may drill as many as 50,000 holes for storing acorns.
So now there's 3 turns left, which means I have 3 turns to basically succeed at this goal. And I don't think I'm going to get enough. I don't think I'm going to be able to summon another, but I can try. So draw bird cards. Let's see what these cards are. So this is a star. Star works. We don't have any fish, but we can get some, I think. No, there are no fish in there, but we can also re-roll. So you can re-roll the bird feeder if there are 3 of if there are only 1 type of food that's left in the bird feeder. So in our bird feeder right now, we have 2 worms and a worm and grain card dice. So we could actually re-roll that. Because there's the grain and worm die, or dice die, I believe. It also counts as a worm die, so it would work. So what we're going to do, we're going to actually search for a... Oh, I guess we can't. We get... Okay, so we have 3 turns left. Let's try it out. If we get... We'd have to re-roll. And we draw. No, it won't work. So what can we do here? Well, we can draw a card, regardless. This guy can be played in a wetland. We're going to go ahead and try to get this guy out. So we're going to draw him. That takes up our turn. Now what we're going to do is take a worm from the bird feeder. Okay, so we take the worm. So gain if available, you may take it on. So we can re-roll this, and we can take it or cash it. We're gonna take it because it might come in handy later on. One turn left, and we do have the ability to summon our common yellow throat bird here. And that's what we're gonna do. So we press it. We choose the food. That works. And now he's played. So now it's our opponent's turn. And okay, so we tied. When we tie for a bonus round, round bonus, the reward the first place reward gets divided into two. If you're playing a game of 3 people and 3 people tied for the first place reward, the 4 would be divided by 3. It might switch to 6. I think it would be 6 if there was 3 players. It would be divided by 3, so each person would get 2. If it was 4, it would be 8. Divided by 4, each player would get 2. So that's that. We're going to bring up the screen and... Okay, we have 7 turns left. We're going to bring up the screen with the minus button. So now we're looking at the round 2 rewards. So count the total number of eggs on birds with this specific nest type. Multiple eggs on one bird, each count. Star nests count toward the goal. So we're going to want this round, we're going to want to lay as many eggs as we possibly can. So, with what nest type? What nest type was it looking for? Sorry. Okay, it's that nest type. So, what do we have now? We have this guy with that nest type, and weird. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay some eggs. Okay, now this guy has less than 75 centimeters of wingspan. This is the Northern Harrier's activation. So we're going to tuck this card behind our Northern Harrier. So now you can see that there's a 1 to the right of the picture. And that means that there is 1 bird card tucked behind it. So we can actually lay a couple more eggs, or we can go for a card. Now if we trade an egg, we can pull an extra card. And you know what, that's what we're going to do. So we press X to take an egg off of one of our other birds. We can do that. And now we can draw 2 cards. Now for this round, we're looking for a certain nest type, and we didn't get either card that we needed. And we can draw 2 more cards, and we can discard 1. So now we need to discard one of these cards. This guy has 8 feathers if we summon him, so be worth a lot, but he has no activation ability. So that's the trade-off. There's more feathers, he's worth more, but he has no ability. So, red-tailed hawk, look at Okay, so I don't know what I'm aiming for right now. I'm just gonna discard this. Yeah, I'm gonna discard this guy. So we have 5 turns left in this round. We have a few options. We can get the killdeer, which we can summon right away in this, or we can do this guy. So we're going to do the killdeer, and we're going to put him in the grassland. That takes up a turn. Select a bird to take the egg off of. Now our goal for this round is to lay as many eggs as possible on a specific nest type. So that's what we'll do. Can lay more eggs. Now it's on this guy that we need activated on, but we can also put one here. Now this guy activates his effect. We can take an egg off. We're going to want to take it off this. Now we can draw 2 cards, and what we're looking for is a star or a nest like that. That's perfect. Okay, so we got 2 cards we can use for this round. Less than 75 centimeters, perfect. Okay, so that's the Northern Harrier's ability once again. Less than 75 centimeter wingspan, so that gets tucked under our card again. Okay, so we have 3 turns left, and I don't think we have... we don't have enough food, but this guy would be one that we would want to play. Or this guy. Do we have a worm? We don't have a worm either. We can actually play this and get this at the same time. But to do that we need food. We need a worm. We need 2 of anything. So what we can do is we can discard a card. So we're going to want to discard... Let's discard this guy. Now we need a worm. We're going to want to re-roll this so that we can get the grain as well. And we'll take a fish as well. So now we have 2 turns left, and we can actually summon this guy with the worm and this guy. So that's what we're going to do. Both of them will go towards our egg laying goal. So we'll do that. Select the bird to take eggs off, and unfortunately we have to take eggs off this guy, but it's going to be worth it in the end.
The eggs of other birds and take over their nests.
So now we need 2 eggs off this guy.
Black-billed magpie.
That's what we're gonna
These omnivores steal eggs and eat carrion along with a diversity of other foods.
1 turn left, and we can lay 4 eggs, so we get the eggs back that we basically lost. So we're going to put that there and on him as well. So now I can discard a card. I'll discard this guy. Oh, I have 1 egg left. Wait. Oh, I have to... Oh, wait, I can actually skip this ability. And I think I'll want to skip the ability. Let's check our goals. Okay. Alright, let's do it to draw 2 more cards. Let's discard this guy. Choose 2 cards. Okay, so we're going to want to take this guy, and maybe this guy would be profitable as well, so that's what we're going to do. Look at the deck. It's less than 75 centimeters. So it gets tucked under this guy. So now we have 3. And I won that round, so I get 5 feathers for the bonus. 6 turns left. Okay, so let's look at the goal for this one. So count the total number of birds you currently have in the specific habitat row. So let's see what he has. he has 2 and I have only 1. Okay, but we can summon these guys in wetland. I can actually play this guy. That's what I'm going to do.
Grasshopper sparrow. The grasshopper-like song of these sparrows is often overlooked.
Okay, so now I need to gain food because I need to summon this guy in the wetland and potentially this guy in the wetland. So unfortunately we can only pick 1 food right now because we only have 1 card in the forest area. As you'll see, so I've played 5 cards in this grassland area, and my reward for doing so is now I can pick up 4 eggs. If I had played 5 cards in this area, I'd be able to pick up 3 food. But I can only pick up 1 because I only have 1 card in this area. So I'm going to do that. Let's re-roll. There's 1 mouse. That's essentially all we can do for now. Let's actually discard a card. Let's discard him, and we'll take this so that later we can re-roll. We're gonna take. I think now is a good time to start caching things. So we're gonna cache that. 4 turns left. We still want a mouse. We can re-roll this, and did we get a mouse? We did not. So unfortunately we're very unlucky, and I think I might lose because we didn't get a single mouse in this roll. That is terrible. Yeah. That is really bad. Oh. Let's see. We can actually discard a card. Let's. Can we discard this? I guess we can't. Okay, we can take that, and now we have enough to actually summon this guy, so that's what we're gonna do. To summon him in the... We're not gonna summon him there. We're gonna choose this. So now we have 2 in the wetland. He also has 2 in the wetland. So I'm hoping that he sticks with that. I'm just gonna try laying eggs now on as many birds as I possibly can. So 4 eggs there. Let's see what the next round is. Count the total number of birds you currently have in the specific habitat. So in the grassland. I'm going to win that one. So let's see. see what he has in his forest. He has one as well. This one's worth 7. I'm gonna pick him and draw a random card. Less than 75 centimeters, it gets tucked away. 1 turn left. What can we do? We don't have much food. So we can't play any of these. But we can lay eggs. I'm thinking that's going to be the goal for the end of the game, is to lay as many eggs as we possibly can. Gonna pick up a random card. Okay, so that's larger than 75 centimeters. So that doesn't get tucked, unfortunately. So now we split these, so we both get 3 or 4, I guess. Okay. 5 turns left. Now this is the final round, guys. So let's see if we can take this one home. We're going to be able to lay... Is there a worm in there? There is a worm, so I could potentially play some of these cards. I think we're going to go for the white-crowned sparrow simply because it has more egg slots. So what we're going to do is take this and take a worm. And we're going to cache this. 4 turns left. We are going to play this guy.
White-crowned sparrow. These sparrows like shrubby areas in many habitats.
Okay, now we have 3 turns left, and we're just going to layer on the eggs. So we're going to lay some eggs here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if it's if it counts the number of 1, 2, 3. We'll put 4 here. I don't know if it counts the number of birds that you have with eggs on them. Okay, let's choose him. Let's skip this ability because we want as many eggs as possible. 46 centimeters, that's good. That gets tucked. 2 turns left. I'll lay as many more eggs as I can. Skip that. 15 centimeters, it gets tucked. Perfect. I'll be surprised if we lose this, but I also would not be surprised if that makes any sense, because I literally haven't won a single game yet. So let's do this. And another under 75 centimeters. That's perfect. So now we have 7 cards that are tucked under that card. We have so many eggs. And we won the round. So I'll be very surprised if we lose this. So this is the amount of birds we both had. I had more. we won. Wow. Okay. So we have a couple of options. The menu button will take us back to the main menu. Overview will let us see what we had on the field. Replay lets us replay the game, and details will show you the details of how we did, how both of us did. So I'm going to go back to menu. Let's save this game because it's my first win. Congratulations to me. Congratulations to me. I won. So I'm glad I could show you a winning game because typically I don't win. But yeah, so that's Wingspan, guys. Not much more to it. It's very complicated. I'm not sure if you guys followed. I hope I explained it. I explained it as best as I could. So I just hope it was conveyed in a way that is a little bit easier to understand. But yes, it's a very complex game. The strategy behind it, I'm not entirely sure the direction to take in a lot of games, in a lot of cases. So yeah, I'm in no means an expert, but I just wanted to shed some light on this very recent indie game. And yeah, so that's that. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Take care.